Welcome to Liquid channel. Today we will see the lesson Girl by Jamaica Kincaid. Let's we see about the Jamaica Kincaid is a Caribbean American writer known for her evocative portrayals of family relationship and her native Antigua. She settled in New York City at the age of 16, initially worked as an au pair in Manhattan. She was born on May 25, 1949 in St. John, Antigua. About her education, studied at the Franconia College, Hampshire, but left before graduating. About her career, Kincaid begins her career writing for magazines The New Yorker, where she was a staff writer and later a columnist. She becomes well known for her fictions, including Annie John, Lucy, A Small Place, and the autobiography of my mother, and she got many awards. Kincaid has received several honors, including the Lannan Literary Award for Fictions and the Anti-Swayed Wolf Book Award. She also been a finalist for a Pen Frankner Awards for Fiction. Styles is often characterized by lyrical introspective prose focusing on themes like identity, colonialism, mother-daughter relationship and power. Her writings often explores the complexity of Caribbean life and the impact of British colonialism. Let's see the lesson in detail. This passage from Girl by Jamaica Kincaid captured the essence of a mother's impairing wisdoms, warnings, and cultural expectation to her daughter in a continuous stream of advice. Through each line, we glimpse the complexities of social expectation and the pressure placed on young women to navigate a world filled with rigid norms. Let's we see in detail. Wash the white cloth on Monday and put them on the stone heap. Wash the color cloth on Tuesday and put them on the clothesline to dry. In this line, the mother starts with a lesson on laundry, washing white clothes on Monday and color clothes on Tuesday. Then this guidance is more than just practical advice. It reflects a deep-seated emphasis on orderliness and disciplines. For the mother, these routines are not just chore, they are a demonstrations of respectability and a way to meet cultural standard of cleanliness. Then next one, don't walk barehead in the hot sun. In this line, this is both a health warning and a reminder to maintain decorum. Walking in the sun without a hat can harm the skin, but it also speaks to the importance of self-care, appearance, and the mother's concern with how her daughter presents herself in public. Next idea, cook pumpkin fritters in very hot sweet oil. Here the mother shares a family recipe signaling her desire to preserve cultural traditions through food. Preparing pumpkin fritters in a correct way embodies pride in heritage and the skill expected of a good woman. Soak your little clothes right after you take them off. The mother advises washing the clothes immediately after wearing, underscoring a commitment to cleanliness. The emphasis on hygiene goes beyond physical appearance. It's a symbol of self-discipline and personal responsibility. Next idea, when buying cotton to make yourself a nice blouse, be sure that it doesn't have gum on it because that way it would holds up will after a wash. This practical advice extends to self-presentation. The mother instructs her daughter to buy quality materials, symbolizing the need to invest in the things that ensure a metaphor for choosing relationship and habits that withstand challenges. Soak salt fish overnight before you cook it. In this traditional food preparation, such as soaking salt fish, demonstrating patience and planning, this line conveys the importance of adhering to cultural rituals, preparing carefully, and thinking ahead. Next idea, is it true that you singing Benna in a Sunday school? Benna music with its lively, sometimes rebellious lyric inappropriate for a formal setting Like Sunday school, the mother's question simplest. She fears her daughter may be acting improperly, challenging social norms, or misbehaving in a way that could be judgment upon her family. Then next one, always eat your food in such a way that it won't turn someone else's stomach. In this line, the mother instructs her daughter to eat delicately, suggesting the public behavior should always be refined. This speaks to the expectation for women to be mindful of their action and how other perceives them, underlining social decorum and possess. Next line. On Sundays, try to walk like a lady and not like a slut you are so bent on becoming. This harsh warning reflects the mother's deep concern over her daughter's potential to stray from societal expectation. It shows a mother anxiety that her daughter may be judged or scorned by society if she doesn't conform to its strict standards of behavior. Don't sing Benna in Sunday school. Another reminder to avoid culturally inappropriate behavior, as Benna music in a sacred space would undermine responsibility. The reputations suggest the mother's anxiety about public opinion and her daughter's adherence to cultural norms. You mustn't speak to waffle boys, not even to give direction. The mother warns her daughters against associating with the boys from lower class who might bring her down or lead her astray, stressing the importance of reputations and avoiding questionable influence. Next one, don't eat fruits on the streets, flies will follow you. In this line, eating in public can seem unrefined and the images of flies could symbolize unwanted attentions or criticism. This line implies that dignity must be preserved even in small everyday action. But I don't sing Benna on Sunday at all and never in Sunday school. Here, the daughter asserts her innocence, suggesting that she feels wrongly accused or misunderstood. This response highlights the tensions between the daughter's individuality and the mother's strict expectation. Next idea, this is how to sew on a button. This is how make a button hole for and a button you have just sewed on. Then mother teaching sewing skills symbolize the passing down of essential knowledge, enables the daughters to be self-sufficient and prepared. It reflects a mother's desire to equip her daughter with practical life skills. Next one, this is how you iron your father's khaki shirt so that it doesn't have a crease. This line underscores the daughter's responsibility towards her family, teaching her to maintain appearance and fulfilling expectations of respect, especially for male family members, as a sign of respect and care. This is how you grow agra fat from the house because agra tree harbors red ant. Gardening advice that also serves as a lesson in awareness and responsibility. Growing agra carefully respects a mindful approach to life task, understanding a consequence and avoiding risk. Next line, when you are growing ration, make sure it gets plenty of water or else it makes you throat inch when you are eating it. This gardening lessons reflects an understanding of cause and effects, suggested that neglect leads to undesirable outcomes, a metaphor for taking proper care for life's responsibilities. This is how you sweep a corner, and this is how you sweep a whole house. This is how you sweep a yard. A lesson is thoughtness, where cleanliness reflects personal disciplines and pride in one's surroundings. Sweeping here is a metaphor for tackling life's challenge, both small and large, with dedication. Next one, this is how you smile to someone you don't like too much. Teach her daughter social skills that mother emphasize maintaining composure and restraint in a social situation, indicating that self-control is crucial. This is how you seat a table for tea. This advice on proper etiquette symbolizing the importance of hospitality and creating a good impression, especially in formal or social setting. This is how to behave in the presence of men who don't know you very well, and this way they won't recognize immediately the slut I have warned you against becoming. This one is reflecting the mother's worry that any misstep might lead to her daughter being judged. This line warns of the importance of property reputation in interaction with men. Then next line, be sure to wash every day even if it is with your own spit, emphasizing cleanliness at all cost. This line conveys the value placed on maintaining standards even in the face of hardship. Don't squats down to play marbles, you are not a boy, you know. A reminder of gender norms indicating that the daughter must avoid behaviors deemed unladiness, reinforcing the importance of traditional femininity. Don't pick people's flowers, you might catch something. Advising against taking so what is not here. This line serves as a metaphor for respecting boundaries and avoiding contaminated morals or otherwise. Then don't throw stones at blackbirds because it might be not be a blackbird at all. It suggests that the action can have unforeseen consequence, encouraging cautions and mindfulness. Then this is how to make a bread pudding, another recipe that embodies cultural continuity and the sharing of family tradition. This is how to make a good medicine for a cold. It reflects the mother's care passing down traditional health knowledge that symbolize resilience and resourcefulness. Then next one, this is how to catch a fish. This is how to throw back a fish you won't like, and that way something bad won't fall on you. This advice on fishing is a metaphor for the discernment, listening, learning to let go of things that aren't good to avoid misfortune. This is how to bully a man. This is how a man bullies you. This is how to love a man. The mother shares life's lessons about the complexities of relationship, underscoring power dynamics and vulnerability in love. Next one, this is how to make ends meet, a practical lessons in survival and resilience, hinting that life requires adaptability and persistence. Then always squish bread to make sure it fresh. But what if the baker won't like me feel the bread? The daughter questions whether she will always be able to assess situations herself, reflecting her concerns about agency and independence. Next one, you means to say that after all you are really going to be the kind of woman who the bakers won't let near the bread. The mother disapproving implicit that if her daughter doesn't heed her lessons, she may be excluded or untrusted, a caution against falling to meet the social standards. Through these lines, our girls reflects on how cultural pressures shape young women's lives and the tensions between individuality and tradition. The mother's advice reveals both protective instincts and a desire to prepare her daughter for a world filled with social expectation and potential judgment. Let's see about this passage, an excerpt from Jamaica Kincaid, a short story Girl, capturing the mother-daughter dynamic through a mother's advice to her daughter. It addresses themes of societal expectations, gender rules, and cultural identity, especially for women in Caribbean society. Um, First one is to deliver about the domestic expectations, washing and organizing clothes by color on specific days. Cooking traditional foods like pumpkin fritters and bread pudding, and preparing specific ingredients like salt fish. Various tasks like sewing, ironing, and sweeping, reflecting expectation for domestic skill. Gender roles and morality that promote ladylike manners such as walking properly, not playing marbles, not picking flowers, or squinting, highlighting societal expectations for women, warning against behavior that could lead others to view her as promiscuous, such as walking like a lady rather than a slut. Then she explained about the social etiquette and behavior, proper way to smile at different people depending on her feelings towards them, instructions on table settings for various occasions, and indicating the importance of societal rituals and responsibility. Then she mentioned about the gendered power dynamic, lessons on interacting with men with an underlying tone of caution, advice on her to bully a man or handle male dominant interactions, pointed to complex gender dynamics. Then about she tell about after she tell about the religious and superstition beliefs, cautions about not throwing stones at blackbirds as they might bring bad luck, indicating traditional beliefs. At last, she explored at independence and reliance, advice on making ends meet and ensure self-sufficiency, the instructions to adapt it if life doesn't go as planned, suggesting reliance in the face of societal constraints. This passage illustrates the general transmissions of cultural knowledge and the complexity of growing up female in the traditional Caribbean setting. It criticizes rigid social expectation while showing a mother's attempts to protect her daughter in the challenging environment. General idea of this passage from Jamaica Kincaid, a girl reflects a mother's instructing her daughters on how to navigate womanhood within the expectations of Caribbean society. It is a long lost of practical, cultural, and moral directive aimed at shaping the daughter's behavior to conform to social norms. This mother's tone is strength and cautionary, warning her daughters against becoming a slut, which she repeats as a contrast to fear. This list, like advice, cover everything from domestic skills, personal hygiene, social ethic, and interactions with the men to superstitions and self-satisfactory. The structures and tone convey the weight of societal expectations, showing the mother's attempt to protect her daughter from social judgment. Thank you viewers. Thanks for watching this video.